Hi, I'm Tyler Loudon, and we are in the ag room of the Creston High School, and it is really rainy, but the reason you came here is to interview me about the FFA Creed, which I'm about to give you viewers. Well, my mom and dad is Tim and Karen Loudon, and we run about 25 to 30 acres of row crop. I think we're doing beans this year in one field and corn in the other, but it might be switched around, who knows. But I run about 80 head of cow-calf. I run about 80 head of cows, and I have calves right now, and I also show cows, not for a living, but I show them for a really good fun, but that's about my operation and my farm. 4-H, I'm the president of my 4-H club. I have about 70 members that I don't control, but I am the president of, so to say, and our 4-H, we do a lot of stuff in the community. We also have an ice cream social at the Running on Tradition of 4K for that is at the Union County Fairgrounds, so make sure to come by that, and you can sign up online. So that is probably the thing that I talk about the most. People just have to, they're like, Tyler, you're talking about fishing again. Unfortunately, I have 5 browsers that I have bookmarked on my computer that are exclusively made for fishing stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like a little addiction. But yeah, I have way too much money in the fishing stuff, but it's awesome. I love fishing. That's good. Well, in FFA, I did 2 things of bike safety at the elementary school right down the road from the Creston High School, and I was the top seller of fruit and cheese. I also competed at sub-districts, districts, and as you guys know, obviously, I won state in FFA Creed. Speaking, I also took place at a scavenger hunt that we had way back in September, but that was really fun. Our chapter's really fun, and we're all really involved because we love doing things. We also do a food pantry every 3rd Sunday of the month. My teacher is Miss Bailey right over here, pulling out some stuff for her classes tomorrow, and she's a rock star. She keeps us all in line and makes us do whatever we need to do. What took place at state was I did the FFA Creed, and there were 16 people there. What we do is we advance by levels. So I was 3rd out of 4 at sub-districts. It's not in real any order, but I still made it to districts. I went back home, and I'm like, all right, we got to get this up and going for districts. So I placed first, so to say. I was the first one on the board at districts. And then I went to state, and I obviously won, as you guys know now. And I am advancing on to nationals. So at nationals, there's 3 rounds, and hopefully I will make it to the final round. But I had to go through a lot of people to get up there to state, and lucky enough, I was one of the lower numbers, which is a pretty good spot because of the fact that most people have seen what the quality of people are by that time, and they're just looking for a wow factor. And evidently, I was the one. So the FFA Creed. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturalists, in the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm, or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits, is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life, and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly, with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interests in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining. In the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you. What set me apart with the creed, I think, is that I feel the creed. I might not have done it as long and in advance as those kids might have, because I was at a national show in Denver, Colorado, and I was literally 2 or 3 weeks away from sub-districts. But I sure got my heart into that. I might not have been the best at sub-districts, but I sure stepped up my A game at districts, and I take it from the heart. I go up there and I'm like, I just pour it out. I don't give any fake emotion. I don't give any fake answers. I give the truth answers to my questions. I've had a lot of personal experiences myself on the farm with a lot of people, especially at Junior National, since I do a lot of speeches there, I do a lot of quiz bowls there, I do a lot of salesmanships there, and they ask me a lot of weird questions. So I was really set up by this to think on my feet, but as my parents know, I've taken after them, and I've been able to really come up with an answer in my brain with the 3 seconds that I probably give myself to get up there and give the best answer that I possibly can. So I'm able to think of a question fast, think of the answer that I want to give fast, and think of the reasoning that I give it. So it's just kind of a mix of, I want to say genetics, because of the fact that my parents are both so talkative and they know how to sell things to people and they know how to win a state contest. So the thing I would tell them the most is that it benefits you into the fact that it changes you into a different person. I know a lot of people that aren't involved because of the fact that their friends aren't doing it. But FFA, all the cool kids do it. I mean, they might not be cool in the fact that we're all still people and we all still do things, but everyone does everything. Everyone's involved in what opportunities are given. It might not happen every weekend, so to say, but we're involved. We like to do things in our community. We do things for other people, and we do things for our community and to help out our FFA chapter. So if you want to do something, I suggest you get in here, take the opportunities to do it, and it also looks really good on your resume with all the community service that we do. So, I mean, if you think about it in the future, it's a good deal to get into.